Right. So, we are leaving Washington today. I have a bit of a cold, actually. Over the last, maybe 2.5 days or so, I got a cold. Which is great. Just one more thing to have happened to me on the trip. Speaking of the trip, it's ending. We're on our way to Oregon. I have a motel there. I'm going to try to get to at least 2 things in Oregon today. And then we're just coming down. I can't do it anymore, you guys. I can't. I don't have the stamina, the willpower, the strength to keep this up for more time. I can't do it. I'm glad I saw Mount Rainier, of course. But the High Rock Lookout Trail was the single hardest thing I've ever done in my life. I had a sore throat, my stomach hurt, but today was that day. I'm like, it's today. This is the reason I came through all these states. Mount Rainier was why. It's kind of hazy, so I couldn't see all of the mountain that I wanted to. But it's a lot bigger than I thought it was. I'd seen pictures of it. It's like, oh, so it kind of... I figure that gives me a good sense of scale. No, it doesn't. It's fucking huge. It's so goddamn big. The trail, it's just over 3 miles round trip. So like, oh, just over 3 miles round trip. I can hike that. It is all uphill. Mega uphill. You're climbing a mountain after all to see it, to get there. High Rock Lookout is the top of another mountain. It wrecked me. So with that being the case, and me having a cold and that being awesome, I'm just wrapping it up. I can't keep it up. The campsites and the reservations and the portable breakfast and the filling up on ice and the random oil changes, I can't do it anymore. Jesus, the plan was 10 weeks and 10 states. Can you fucking imagine that? My God. We're gonna go to Portland today. We'll see. I was gonna do Mount St. Helens because I wanted, to see it. It's a volcano. It's Mount St. Helens. But the visitor center's closed. So the only other way to get there is to drive out to the mountain, do a hike or something. So we're gonna have to skip it. That's too bad too. We're gonna have to skip it. Maybe we'll do some essentials, but we're gonna streamline California. But this was right. This was the better thing to do because I'm so tired. More than anything. More than the campsites, more than the car, more than anything else that could go wrong. I'm so tired. I want to sleep for a week straight. So I will see you once I get to Portland. We're doing a Japanese garden, and we're going to a video game vinyl record store, which should be pretty fun. That's today in the motel. So I will see you once I get there. we're going to, wait, what's it called? Pizza Schmitza. Fuck yeah. That's a restaurant I just saw on a sign called Pizza Schmitza. Sounds awesome. We are going to Silver Falls State Park right now. I'll look for a smaller one. I'll just mosey around the state park itself and maybe do a small hiking trail. But there's 10 waterfalls in the park. 10 of them. That's crazy. So I'll look for the shortest hike where I can see the most of them. Something like that. Then we're heading down to Bend, Oregon to see the last Blockbuster. Finally, we're gonna go see it. The last one there is on Earth, on the planet, on the entire planet, in the solar system, I don't know, not the galaxy, the last Blockbuster in the solar system. So we're gonna go there after Silver Falls. And then my campsite is right outside of Bend and at this town called Sun River. They're just right next to each other. Then tomorrow, I'm gonna go see Crater Lake National Park. I might do a hike there, I don't know. How different is the lake gonna look really from a hike? Honestly, that's today. Tomorrow's tomorrow, so it's not real. It doesn't exist. That's today. We're here in what is this? Silver Falls State Park. I didn't actually pay for the parking. Just walked in because I thought what's gonna happen. We're doing a bit of a shorter hike. We're gonna see 2 falls. We'll see 2 of the falls. It'd be cool to see more of them, but the trail, it's just too long for me right now. It'd take like 3 hours. And I just don't have that time. I don't. So we are doing the Maple Ridge Trail. It's a loop, which is great. Love loops, which is still pretty good. I've seen more waterfalls on this trip than I thought I would anyway. So that is what we're doing. Take us about an hour or so. That's great. Ooh. Signs here. Number one, back at it again in the red Prius. I'm going to Crater Lake right now. That's where I am off to. Oh, unfortunate. This dude, a truck hauling his RV trailer, and then behind that trailer is just a small, like, flatbed, two-wheel trailer, whatever. One of those wheels exploded, it looks like. Just ripped itself to pieces. Then after that, we're gonna be back in California. Back in my state. You'll all feel it. I know. This afternoon, I don't know what today, no, today's Friday. Friday the 6th. This afternoon, you'll all feel it. Just subconsciously. You might not know what it is or what it means, but you'll be walking, you'll be like, anyway. But I'll be back in California today because I'm going to go to Mount Shasta. I have a campsite right down there, Lake Siskiyou, I think it's called. Siskiyou, I'm not sure. Going to Crater Lake, we'll see it. We'll say, wow, look at this lake. It's actually the deepest lake in America and one of the most pure as far as like bacteria goes, parts per million or something like that. It's one of the cleanest, deepest, and purest lakes in America. It's one of those things in the world, but it's the deepest one in America. So that's pretty fun. I'm still getting over a cold, which sucks. Honestly, it kind of sucks. You know how sometimes you like plug your nose and you kind of blow out your ears? Not like you do it really hard, you just kind of do it and then they like click and then you can like hear better. I'm in Bend, Oregon, and I see a Wi-Fi company called Bend Broadband, and you're seriously telling me they threw away the opportunity to call it Broadband? Unbelievable. Never get Bend broadband service. Even though it's a gig per second, it's not worth it because they fucked up that name. I don't know if it physically moves earwax or something, if it physically moves stuff. I think it just, I don't think it actually does, but I don't know that for sure. I did that yesterday when I left Silver Falls because I'm like, I gotta do this, and it made it worse. And then my ears felt more clogged all of yesterday, and I think today they still kind of feel that way. But NyQuil should have helped. Dayquil should help. All because of, wow, sporty cars. It's just, I'm stuffy, so I guess that applies to my ears as well. So that's too bad. Jesus Christ. Everybody still loves the fucking speed limit. Everybody loves that number. They're like, oh my God, I can't wait to go this fucking number. I can't wait to go 45 exactly. It's like, Jesus, you know that's just a suggestion. It's not a requirement. You've got like 15 miles of leeway. You can go like, if its speed limit is 45, then 60 is cool. Between 55 and 60 is fine. You're allowed to do that. If you're going over 60, if you're going over 15 above the speed limit, that's pretty much just speeding, and don't do that. So if the speed limit says 80, which the only place I saw that did was like Idaho, which gives you hella speeding tickets, I found out. I didn't get one, but the people I stayed with said, oh yeah, they take that shit seriously. So the speed limit's like 80 on the freeway in there and the farm part of Washington. That means 90 is fine. That means at least 90 to 95 is fine. It doesn't matter. Well, a McDonald's and a gas station. That's pretty cool. All right, we're here in Crater Lake. That's not the lake. That's just the parking lot. I don't know how I feel about doing a trail. I just don't know, man. Wow, it's huge. phantom ship down there. That's what that rock is called. Because it kind of looks like a ship. And apparently it looks like it's sailing away. Which so far I don't see. But that's pretty cool. It's a cool name. Look how clear. Look how still the water is. There's no current. It just sits there beautifully. Wow. That's pretty sick. Hey, how do you know you're back in California? Oh. All the dead fucking trees. No. You're more than dead. You're burnt to a crisp. Welcome back. Oh! And it's still going. There it is. There's those fires they've been talking about all this time I've been out. Found them. There's some over there. There's some over there. Past these other burned trees. Great forest. I haven't made a recap video at the end of the day for a little bit now. To me, it feels a little unnecessary after a certain point. I tell you what's going to happen in the morning. Those things do or don't happen. You see them. And then we just move on to the next day. There's no real reason to just get caught up again and hear how it went. Unless stuff happened throughout the day that needs to be talked about. And I feel like I'm cursed. I feel like I've been fucking hexed by a witch at some point. In Washington, after I stayed at this hotel for 2 days. During that day, I was just chilling, sitting, vibing, and I swallowed once and it hurt. I'm like, oh, damn, now I have a sore throat. Randomly, out of nowhere, on a dime. Well, shit. Because the next day was Mount Rainier. So, I hiked Mount Rainier. Wow. I was fucked up by the end of that. When I got back to the car, oh my God, when I got to the top, I could barely think. I could barely fucking talk for sentences. It was so energy. It was horrible. The day after Mount Rainier, then I felt my nose get all stuffed up and sniffing classic. First, throat doesn't work. 2, nose doesn't work. All right. I got a terrible night's sleep that night. I just couldn't fall asleep for what felt like hours. I was laying there awake and I was imagining the dream really hard. I wasn't trying to do that. I didn't want to do that. I wanted to sleep. That was a long night.